Hello, my dears. Let's not break my lights today. All right. Welcome back. I'm sick as hell. So I'm chilling in my robe all day. Today is my day off, and I'm so happy to have a day off because I desperately needed it. Oh, baby, it's Scorpio season, and if you're in my neck of the woods, the United States of America, this is possibly the last day before the storm of some kind. So it's a very charged energy right now happening in this country. There is a very, very charged energy in this country. And whenever I tap into it, I get a big old knot in my stomach and I start to get nauseous liquid in my mouth. So what a time to be alive, okay? It's Scorpio season. We are swimming in the depths. We are doing shadow work, moon reversed. I'm trying to get my light configuration right here. That looks weird. How about this? There we go. Okay, there she is. So, we're in Scorpio season. We are swimming through the depths of our emotions. We're doing the shadow work. We're letting it all wash over us. Scorpio season can get really gross. You know, human life is not pretty. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be. I've found that the people that I've met in my life who have had easy lives are the least interesting and fun people to be around ever. So, I'm not mad at having been dealt a difficult hand in this life. And I'm sure that if you have found and resonated with my videos, then you have probably had to enter a pretty intense healing journey as well. Because like attracts like, right? So I'm putting these things out here. I'm speaking my truth, and people of a similar ilk are probably going to be attracted to what I do. And yes, I am chilling today. I am very sick. I am exhausted from things that I've been working on in my life. But life is real good, baby. Life is real good. So I'm chilling in my robe. And that's where we're at. So we have the Page of Swords. Where are we at? We have the Page of Swords and the Moon reversed. Someone is using their mind to uncover the truth about a situation. This is the energy of like, yep. This is the energy of like trying to heal through generational trauma with your mind. Now, I think I quoted I paraphrased this Ram Dass quote in one of my last videos, like, the mind is a wonderful servant and a terrible master. So we have to be careful when we're working with the mind with the healing journey, because the mind has a great capacity to play us out of our position. But what I'm seeing, because we just had the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Wands reversed come out. So this is someone who's tired. This is someone who's been dealing with conflict for a lot of their life. This is absolutely generational trauma that I'm speaking to here. And for anyone who's unfamiliar with this concept, generational trauma is I don't know how else I can more clearly put what generational trauma is, but it's basically if the ancestors that have come before you didn't heal their shit, they're going to pass it down to you for you to do the work. And I think it's a common thing in the millennial generation, of which I find myself, that we are shouldered with healing a lot of generational trauma because my parents are Gen X and my grandparents are the silent generation. So God bless them all, but these generations, and some of your parents are probably boomers. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're probably a millennial or a Gen Z. Or whoever the fuck you are. I don't know. Welcome. I love you. But the further back, let's just keep it simple, the further back in generations you go, God bless them, but these were not people that were taught to honor their feelings. These are people who were taught, for better or for worse, to ignore their feelings, to act like everything's fine, to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and keep a stiff upper lip. And even like such a recent generation as Gen X is very different from the millennials in that Gen X has a lot of masculine energy. Now, we all have a balance of masculine and feminine energies within us. Every single one of us. Woman, man, non-binary, whoever you are, you have a unique balance of masculine and feminine within you. And I'd say the same for entire generations. Gen X is a very masculine energy generation. Very macho, cool, like being cool and like grungy and just, like when I think of Gen X, I think of people using gay as like an insult, very like crass humor and stuff like that, like South Park and shit. Like, I perceive millennials as a very feminine generation where we, by and large, are the therapy goers. We are the generational trauma breakers. We are the black sheep of our family because we come from generations and generations of folks who are massively traumatized, who never did anything about it because they weren't encouraged to. They didn't feel safe to. They didn't even have the language or the resources or the encouragement that we have as millennials, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, available to us. So millennials and so on and so forth are able to be more in our feminine energy. The older generations, silent generation, boomers and all that, the phrase like be a man is very common because men were taught that a certain way of behaving either is what a man should be or, very staunchly taught that this is what a man does not do. A man doesn't cry. A man doesn't, serve a woman. A man doesn't blah, blah, blah. And millennials are the generation who have begun to really, and I'm not saying that previous generations, there's nobody who's done this stuff. I'm saying by and large, millennials are this generation who has, we're the no child left behind generation. We are the special snowflakes. We are the participation trophy generation, right? And people like to make fun of us for that type of stuff. However, I love being a millennial because we are the curse breakers. We are the black sheep of the family. We are the ones who have been sent here to say, this stops with me. Right? I am not going to carry alcoholism into the next generation. I am not going to carry poverty or abuse or, we don't talk about that kind of stuff. No, we talk about everything. We express our truth in this house. We don't brush anything under the rug. Nothing is off limits with millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. We are very gay. We are very accepting of ourselves. We are very queer. And we're very loud about it. And I love that about us. We're the revolutionaries. And I mean, just think of the collective traumas that we've all experienced as millennials. Everybody my age and around my age remembers exactly what they were doing when 9/11 happened. No matter where they were in this country, whether you're in the Northeast, New York, Pennsylvania, Jersey, Texas, California, wherever you were, chances are you remember exactly where you were at 9 a.m. or 6 a.m. or whatever the fuck it was on September 11th. And then we experienced war after war after war. Gen Alpha was given a global pandemic for their first birthday. Here you go. It's an interesting time to be a relatively young person. So I hear you. You're tired. You're tired of digging deep. You're tired of doing the work. 10 of Wands reversed is, I've been walking up this fucking mountain with this bundle of sticks, and wands are the spiritual element. So you have been walking up this mountain with a heavy spiritual load on your back for a long time. And you're tired. It's understandable. But trust that the 10 indicates the end of a cycle. And what is the other side of the coin of the end of a cycle? The beginning of a new cycle. Allow yourself to drop the weight. Allow yourself to... I've been thinking about this type of stuff a lot lately, where allow yourself to drop the imposter syndrome, where you're watching good things happen in your life finally, and you're saying, maybe not even imposter syndrome, but more of is this really happening? Are things really getting this good? Allow yourself to have hope. Allow yourself to have faith. Allow yourself to dream and know that you can do better and amazing things with your life, and that it's not always going to be this. It's not always going to be fighting and striving and pushing and climbing and working so hard to get everything that you want. You're coming at it like a fresh, young set of eyes. Allow yourself to think like a child. Allow life to be beautiful for you. The moon reversed is shadow work, honey. It's Scorpio season. It's the time of shadow work. This is Scorpio season, what a lot of people are afraid of. A lot of people are very scared and intimidated by Scorpio energy because it's a deep, dark, black, shapeless ocean. And you have to swim through it to be able to get to the Sagittarius season energy. Everybody loves to be in the Sagittarius season energy where it's a party and it's a celebration and it's light and it's fiery and it's bright and ha ha ha. It's so much fun to be in Sagittarius energy. But you got to get through, that's the thing about life, is you got to get through the darkness to get to the light. And I feel like I talk about this a lot on here. Human beings are a part of nature, right? So the best and healthiest thing we can do is be in flow with nature. You know? Think of the seasons. Fall is the time when things start to die. Scorpio season comes. It's all about death. It's all about darkness. It's all about letting yourself be swallowed by the shadows. You know, winter is the death. It's hibernation. It's not a time of action. It's a feminine energy season where we are allowing things to be dead, allowing ourselves to be depressed, whatever that means, deep rest, or actually like allowing the feelings to wash over us, right? And then the spring comes and everything comes back to life and we come back to life, and it's a time for action. It's a time for doing all of the things that have made themselves apparent to us in the fall and winter. Because feminine energy season, fall and winter, that's when we receive. Feminine energy is that of receiving. Spring and summer is masculine energy season. When we do, when we go, when we act, and it's bright and sunny and warm and there's life, and we need to be in flow with the seasons. Same with the seasons of the zodiac. This is Scorpio season. This is the time to die. This is the time to do the shadow work. This is the time to swim in the darkness and let it envelop you completely. Sagittarius season, usually when Sagittarius season, I can feel the day that it starts. There's a lightness, and this blanket of heaviness gets lifted, and it's fire and it's fun and it's silly. But understand that you have to go through the darkness. Tick 1818 on the timer when I look down. We have to go through the grief to experience the love, and it goes the other way around. I would rather have loved and grieve than have never loved at all. That's a message for somebody. That just came out of my mouth for some reason. But don't fight it. Don't fight what is being asked of you right now. Look at the stuff that's coming up for what it is. You're doing the right things. You're on the right path. Nothing is being sent to torture you, right? You are divinely protected. Yep. I got my Vaseline all over my face. I look like I'm ready to get in a fight. Somebody in my comments a few videos ago told me to stop using Vaseline because it was going to give me cancer. And I'm like, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so deeply that you care. But like, I feel like being alive gives you cancer these days. So, yeah, you like my sage hole? You like my sage hole? I feel like some time ago I burned this robe with sage and then it became all spiky and hard, so I just cut it off. And I've just been rocking it like this for a really long time. Okay? Sexy elbow hole. It's huge. It's a huge hole. Hilarious. Oh God, I love you all. And that's all I got in me for today. I'm very sick. And I'll see you all soon.